The protagonist takes just one more look at the stone statue in the mine, and it reveals a terrifying face. It turns out that portals suddenly appeared all over the world, with countless monsters pouring out. Human armies and artillery had no effect on them, until some humans suddenly awakened and gained the ability to fight these monsters. We call these awakened humans advancers. The appearance of advancers not only gave humanity the ability to close portals, but also opened a new era of exploring alternate dimensions. However, I'm just an ordinary human. My name is Li Yi, a struggling miner in alternate dimensions. My daily job is to mine energy stones. The radiation in alternate dimensions has a 1 in 1,000 chance of awakening ordinary people into advancers, but it also has a high chance of killing you, so as ordinary miners, none of us dare gamble on that 1 in 1,000 chance. We have to wear heavy protective suits every time we work. Today we return to the mine in the alternate dimension, but before work even begins, disaster strikes. Violent tremors sweep through the entire mining area. We thought it was just a simple earthquake, but the next second, the supervisor is pierced through the body by claws that appear out of nowhere. This scene terrifies everyone. Terrifying xenomorphs keep emerging from the space. Everyone panics and runs. Accompanied by continuous screams, the miners are killed one by the xenomorphs. Damn it, we're more than 10 kilometers from the alternate dimension exit. At this speed, there's no way to escape. Even the miners fleeing in vehicles get caught. Both vehicle and people flip over onto the ground. 2 xenomorphs nearby run toward the survivors in the truck bed, but just then, the truck explodes. The 2 xenomorphs are instantly engulfed in flames, letting out agonizing howls. Seeing this, I immediately realize they fear fire. Torches are scattered all over the ground around us. At this moment, a xenomorph attacks me. I quickly dodge the attack and turn to grab a torch from the ground. Then I keep swinging the flames at the xenomorph. Just as I thought, these creatures don't dare get close. So I immediately share this crucial information with everyone. Hearing my words, everyone starts looking for flammable materials nearby. However, just the torches on the ground won't last long. Then I remember there's gasoline in the storage room. If we can seal the entrance with fire, maybe we can hold out until the rescue team arrives. So everyone plans to gather together and slowly move toward the storage room. Then we pour out the gasoline at the cave entrance. As the xenomorphs keep approaching the gasoline area, everyone throws their torches. Massive flames roar to life at the cave entrance. Li Yi, we owe you for discovering these monsters' weakness. Otherwise, we'd all be dead. Just then, I notice a strange stone statue standing on the truck nearby. This was discovered in the mines long ago. Supervisor Wang planned to secretly sell it to the black market in a few days. 2 miners nearby hold walkie-talkies, constantly calling for help, but the response they get is that rescue will arrive in about 2 hours. What can we do? The power in our protective suits can only last an hour and a half at most. At this moment, 3 miners make a terrible suggestion. Since no one has enough power anyway, we can only sacrifice one person and share their power with everyone, and the person they choose to sacrifice is me. You're an orphan anyway in massive debt. Living is just suffering for you. Might as well hand over your protective suit's battery. With that, they swing a club at me. Then they rip off my mask. Taking the battery, they leave me exposed to radiation. You still have that 1 in 1,000 chance to awaken. Don't forget to thank me later. You bastards, if I awaken, you'll be the first one I kill. But these people aren't satisfied yet. They walk toward the others. Who wants to try awakening next? The man panics and shoves his 2 companions aside, then turns and runs toward the truck. You forced me into this. If I die, we all die together. He starts the truck and drives it toward the cave exit. At this moment, the stone statue on the truck suddenly falls, landing right in front of me. Is it smiling? I can't believe even a stone statue is mocking me now. The next second, a xenomorph from outside rushes in and crushes the statue's head with one stomp. Its massive claws reach toward me. Why? Why do I have to suffer like this? Is it just because I'm easy to bully? I grew up surrounded by endless abuse. Even wanting to find out the truth about my parents' deaths is a luxury. All my reports ended up in the corporation's hands. Weak and helpless, I could only endure their bullying. Even this mining job was something they graciously gave me, just to squeeze out my last bit of value. Since I'm going to die anyway, let's go together. With that, I open my mouth wide and bite the xenomorph. The next second, I'm thrown to the ground. So this is what a monster tastes like? It's really disgusting. As my life ebbs away, a mocking voice speaks. I thought you were something special. Turns out it's just a dying struggle. Want to become strong? Want revenge on those people? Just give me your body, and I'll grant your every wish. I respond angrily. Get lost. I'd rather die than be controlled by you. Hearing this, the dark shadow laughs instead of getting angry. Interesting. Truly interesting. You think you're in a position to refuse me? Just as the xenomorph prepares to deliver the fatal blow, shadow system activated. Several streams of dark energy engulf the xenomorph, grabbing its head and smashing it into the ground. A massive black horn materializes above me. So you're the insect that stepped on my statue? I hold grudges? The next second, the xenomorph is stomped into paste. This body is wonderful. I'm very satisfied. Another xenomorph appears behind me. The shadow directly controls my shadow, sending it toward the creature. Then a huge dark shadow appears beneath it. With its howls, the darkness gradually envelops it. The next second, it's completely devoured by darkness. The taste is really awful. Now it's these trash's turn. The 3 miners are firmly bound by shadows. Then the shadow suddenly stops. I'm curious, if I return your body to you, what will you choose to do? Regaining control of my body, I slowly walk toward them. Li Yi, "You can't do this. We only did that to survive. We had no choice. Besides, you became an advancer thanks to us, so we should be even. So I should thank you?" Then their bindings are released. The three are overjoyed. "No need to thank us. Just let us leave. I'll not only let you go, I'm going to give you a big gift." With that, I control the shadows to remove their masks. Exposed to radiation, two of them immediately cough up blood and collapse. Then I take two batteries and approach the other two miners. They tremble in fear. "These two batteries are for you. Survive." Seeing my actions, the shadow inside me speaks with displeasure. "Put away your useless compassion. It will only drag you into deeper despair." But I completely ignore the shadow's warning and walk straight toward the cave exit. Dozens of xenomorphs have gathered at the cave entrance. I didn't expect there'd be so many. Seeing me apparently afraid, the shadow speaks. "How about letting me handle this? I can deal with these little things in no time. Look, your legs are shaking. Hurry up and give me control." "Shut up. I won't be controlled by you." I leap high and successfully dodge the attack. My body feels so light now, and my ability to take hits has increased too. At this moment, a xenomorph behind me opens its mouth to bite. I sense it instantly and quickly dodge to the side. Even my reaction speed has greatly improved. Now let's test my strength. A stream of dark energy wraps around my arm. As the imposing aura covers my entire fist, I swing a powerful punch, directly sending the charging xenomorph flying. I stare at my fist in shock. I didn't expect my strength to be this powerful. However, just this level of attack can't cause much damage to these monsters. I need a proper weapon. Thinking this, darkness begins to gather in my hand. A dagger suddenly appears before me. Shadow dagger. Just then, that xenomorph charges at me again. "Let me test this dagger on you." As a blade flash passes, the xenomorph is cut in half at the waist. I never would have believed that one day I could kill monsters from another world. Now I've become an advancer that everyone aspires to be. I finally have the power to fight against this world. "Mom, Dad, I will find out the truth about your deaths." After fighting for who knows how long, I lie on the ground gasping for breath. Xenomorph corpses surround me. Finally, they're all dealt with. Ding. Advancement successful. Li Yi, human race, E rank. The scene shifts. I've been rescued and returned to the human world, but because I severely overexerted myself and my body needs to adapt to the new rank, I'm still unconscious in a hospital bed. Just as the doctor and nurse leave, a dark shadow emerges from my body. Why E rank? With my status and power, his awakening should have been S rank, or at least A rank, at worst B rank. But now you're telling me this is just an E rank shell? How can E rank activate the shadow system? This makes no sense at all. At this moment, I slowly wake up. The shadow immediately speaks. "Lowly human, listen well. I am of the ancient Supreme Shang Ritualist clan, ruler of all realms, lord of foreign domains. I command you to surrender your body." Hearing such an edgy speech, I don't believe a word. Thinking to myself, it looks like a dung beetle. No way I'm handing my body over to this thing. Unexpectedly, it hears my thoughts. Dung beetle? A mere human dares call me that? But right now, my thoughts are going in weird directions, almost imagining inappropriate scenes. Hearing my mind full of these vulgar thoughts, the shadow is nearly disgusted. It roars in anger. "Enough. What kind of garbage is in your head? How did I end up choosing an E-rank human like you?" With that, it opens a spatial portal beside the hospital bed, then throws me into it. "You have 3 days. If you don't reach D rank, I'll erase you completely." At this moment, a monster slowly approaches from the depths of the cave. Thanks to the shadow system's knowledge base, I recognize this as a shield-armored bug at a glance. I quickly grip my shadow dagger. However, despite my continuous slashing, it's completely unharmed. "Damn it! I don't believe your back is this hard too." But the next second, a clang rings out, like hitting an iron plate with no effect whatsoever. This thing is hard all over. How am I supposed to fight it? Damn it! I'll fight you to the death. With that, I charge again, continuously slashing at the shield-armored bug. Does this bug have no weakness? Just then, the shield-armored bug strikes back hard, sending me flying. I crash heavily into the wall nearby. At this moment, I suddenly notice green slime on my shoulder, and the same liquid keeps flowing from one of the shield-armored bug's claws. This is actually its blood. I found your weakness. With one slash, I directly chop off its injured claw. After all that effort, I only broke off one leg. What good is that? But without one front leg's protection, hitting its weak point will be much easier now. With that, I change the shadow dagger's form. The shadow spear materializes. I use the spear to lift the shield-armored bug high, exposing its underside. The reason this bug stays crouched is because its weakness is on its belly. With one thrust, I pierce straight through it. Finally one. It even dropped a blue stone. This is an energy stone. Absorbing enough energy will enhance your abilities. At this moment, sounds keep coming from the depths of the cave. Something seems to be approaching. Can't you use Shadow Eye to look? Just gather shadow energy in your eyes to activate the Shadow Eye skill. As my eyes open, a monster in the darkness shoots spikes at me. I narrowly dodge them. Whoa, that was way too close. As I channel more energy into my eyes, I see the surrounding surrounding monsters clearly. E-rank leap executioner bugs, E-rank spike projectors. But then I discover with horror, a massive swarm of monsters is approaching. Damn it, there are way too many. As they keep charging, I'm instantly surrounded. Get away from me, you disgusting bugs. With my outburst, I blast the encircling monsters away. Unexpectedly, this awakens the second tier form of Shadow Eye. Shadow Eye level 2. When Shadow becomes your pupils, every enemy heartbeat is a death knell. Now I see fast approaching attacks crystal clear and easily dodge them, and their weaknesses are laid bare before me. Is this the benefit of second tier Shadow Eye? With my roar, I activate the area skill Shadow Pierce, instantly killing all the bugs in front of me. This gains me massive experience, but reaching D rank is still far off. Just then, a leap executioner bug attacks at high speed, almost killing me. I directly use Shadow Manifestation to create a lasso, binding it tightly, then finish it with one slash. Through continuous fighting, I become more and more skilled in combat. The speed of obtaining energy stones increases dramatically, but just then, I suddenly feel dizzy and disoriented. My vision starts to blur. The shadow inside me explains, because you overused Shadow Eye's power. You've consumed massive amounts of mental energy. You must be near your limit now. Damn it, I can't fall here. I must reach D rank before the bug swarm closes. Those bastards at NG Corporation dared to cover up the truth about my parents' deaths and force me to mine for them, all because I was just an ordinary person. Now I finally have the power to change everything. I absolutely won't give up. I'll drag those high and mighty scum into hell and make them kneel before my parents' graves in repentance. Right now, my rage continuously feeds the shadow system within me. Power keeps surging through my body. I'm just a bit away from breakthrough, but only 3 seconds remain before the bug swarm closes. I burst out with all my power and leap toward the swarm. Finally, at the last moment, D rank breakthrough reaches 100%. Advanced to D rank, a pitch black greatsword in the corner catches my attention. This is most likely a dagger dropped by my clan members long ago. In your human ranking system, it would be an A rank weapon. I pick up the pitch black greatsword in surprise. You're telling me this greatsword is a dagger? Were your clan members all giants? Facing such good equipment, I immediately collect them all. Black gold dagger +1, Fang wolf dagger +1, Python chain dagger +1. Compared to my shadow energy, these weapons aren't worth mentioning. So what are you planning to do with this garbage? Sell them for money, of course. But only D rank advancers can sell equipment, so our first stop is the registration hall. The scene shifts. I've arrived at the registration hall and completed the test. However, I only receive an E rank advancer certification. Although your physical stats are quite good, we detected no energy fluctuations, so you can only be classified as E rank. I stare at the E rank certification in disbelief. This damned shadow system. Turns out the shadow system is too advanced. Current human technology can't detect shadow energy at all. Now selling equipment becomes very troublesome. Soon night falls. I arrive at the underground black market carrying the pitch black greatsword. Seeing various weapons displayed here, the shadow inside me keeps complaining. Humans are truly laughable. They treat the scrap metal as treasures, stick a gem on it, and they think it's a divine weapon. At this moment, a staff member nearby speaks to me impatiently. Get lost. This isn't a place for minors. Is this how you treat customers? With that, I pull out the large item from my back. Get your appraiser to see how much this is worth. Just then, a man and woman walk this way. Zhao Ting, D rank advancer. Su Qing, civilian. Ting, didn't you say you'd buy me a sports car? Why did you bring me to this kind of place? Seeing who arrived, the staff immediately abandons me and greets them with a smile. If it isn't young Master Zhou, what good items are you selling today? Just dropped this sword in a dungeon. Thought I'd trade it for a sports car for my girlfriend. It's actually a D rank wind howl sword with built-in attack bonus. At this moment, Su Qing and I make eye contact. We recognize each other instantly. She used to be my girlfriend, but when she learned I was in massive debt, she turned and left me, learning that the man before him is his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend. Zhou Ting walks toward me angrily, sword in hand. Someone like you knows Su Qing? I suggest trash like you go back to picking garbage or else. With that, he raises his wind howl sword and swings at me. A loud clang rings out. The next second, Zhou Ting's wind howl sword shatters into pieces. Looks like your sword is the real garbage. Zhou Ting's face turns ugly. His rage reaches its peak. He charges at me with his fist raised. Die, you punk. The instant his fist swings, I simply sidestep and easily dodge it, but he doesn't give up. His right foot powers up, kicking at me rapidly, but I dodge them all. This attack speed is much slower than those monsters in the bug swarm. Right now, Zhao Ting is shocked inside. Isn't this guy just an E rank minor? Why can't I, a D rank, even hit him? At this moment, I quietly release shadow energy, using shadow lasso to wrap around his arm. He's completely unaware, preparing to unleash his strongest attack. Minors should crawl back to their minds. By your logic, shouldn't dogs that bite everyone lie obediently on the ground? With that, I yank the lasso in my hand, directly slamming Zhou Ting onto the ground. Looks like you enjoy lying on the ground. Hearing this, Zhou Ting burns with rage and attacks me again. At this moment, an angry roar roar rings out. Everyone stop. Wang Defa, D rank. Don't you know that private fighting isn't allowed in my shop? No, boss Wang. It's this damned miner who broke young Master Zhou's sword. Hearing this, Wang Defa suddenly becomes interested. A great sword produced by a miner broke young Master Zhou's sword? This great sword must be something special. He's the one who attacked. This shouldn't have anything to do with me. However, Wang Defa and Zhou Ting are old acquaintances, quietly plotting their next move. Same as always, take whatever money you want. The treasure is mine. Wang Defa walks toward me with a smile. Young brother, give me some face. Let's just forget about this matter. Also, can you let me see this greatsword in your hand? But the moment he takes it, his body suddenly sinks. Didn't expect this sword to be so heavy. I need to find out where it came from. However, upon learning, I found it while mining. Wang Defa immediately shows a sinister expression. This sword is just a clumsy greatsword. It's worth a few hundred at most. How about this? To make you my friend, I'll take this broken sword for 1,000. What do you think, young brother? After speaking, he waves to summon 2 underlings to surround me. You guys really have thick skin, making robbery sound so righteous. The next second, massive dark shadow energy bursts from my body. Too bad my little partner seems very unsatisfied. A group of underlings surrounds me, but the next second, I kick them flying. They crash straight into the wall behind them. Punk, now it's your turn. Right now, Zhou Ting is ready. Red lightning flickers over his entire body. He charges at me. No matter what, you're still an E-rank waste. I directly cover my palm with dark energy and slap him flying with one strike. You bastard. No one has ever dared slap my face. Go to hell. With that, he fires a red lightning bolt, but I easily block it. How is this possible? It's like an invisible wall appeared. At this moment, I slowly walk toward them. Since your father won't hit you, let me discipline this unfilial son for him. Shadow manifestation, spiderweb. The next second, Zhou Ting is firmly bound. Just as I'm about to slap him again, Zhou Ting suddenly speaks. I'm with the Black Panther Guild. Try touching me. Black Panther Guild, those loan sharks? Rage immediately surges through me. I throw punch after punch at Zhou Ting, finally kicking him away. What I hate most are loan shark scum like you. At this moment, Wang Defa, who had been quiet, suddenly attacks. But I blast him away with a roar. Facing my strength, Zhou Ting is truly scared now. Misunderstanding. I have 100,000 here. How about we be friends? Seeing I'm unmoved, he's terrified. 5 million for you. Please stop hitting my face. Since that's the case, let Zhou Ting go. Better to keep fishing. Then I take the VIP card and leave. After I leave, Zhou Ting is furious. Damn bastard, my money isn't so easy to take. At this moment, in ruins on the city outskirts, a man in black answers a phone call. Brother Leopard, you have to back me up. With Zhou Ting's exaggerated account, Brother Leopard becomes interested in me. At this moment, red hair approaches from behind. Brother Leopard, we got the goods. What about these people behind us? People? Are there any other people here besides us? Understanding the order, Red Hair instantly fires several black threads from his fingers. The next second, the survivors behind are sliced to pieces. Zhou Ting's in trouble. Go help him deal with it. The scene shifts. I arrive at the mission hall. I'm an E-rank advancer. Can you recommend a suitable mission for me? Passers-by nearby laugh when they hear this. E-rank trash? Did you come to the wrong area? The minimum here is D-rank missions. Immediately, advancers around me gather, all coming to laugh at me. The 5 million I just got went to pay off debts. Now the priority is making money. Just then, an invisible pressure weighs down on everyone, making them gasp for breath. A team walks in through the entrance. The woman leading them actually has a B-rank aura. At this moment, the man beside her speaks. D-rank dungeon. Need a D-rank advancer to act as a miner. Anyone willing to go? Due to the B-rank pressure, everyone looks uncomfortable. Only I remain composed. Interesting. This E-rank miner can stay so calm. Let's choose this guy. At this moment, the staff member anxiously says he hasn't registered in line yet. This doesn't follow the rules. The woman turns and glares at them. I am the rules. It's decided. Then I follow her out of the mission hall. The scene shifts. We've arrived at a D-rank dungeon. The bard in the team just plays a piece of music and headshots the monster in front. This is a very mature team. The tank holds the front line, drawing most of the fire for the team. The swordsman handles damage, quickly dealing with monsters on both sides. The bard in the middle supports everyone, providing buff effects. I follow behind the team doing nothing, just waiting to mine later. With this B-rank boss backing them up, they should handle any emergency. Looks like I won't need to act this time. However, as I use Shadow Eye to scout the surroundings, I'm shocked to discover the number of minotaurs below us far exceeds D-rank dungeon standards. That B-rank young miss should have noticed too. Why isn't she warning everyone? Soon we reach our target mine. Miss, according to intelligence, the starlight crystal vein you're looking for is inside. At this moment, the young miss calls to me. Miner, come with me. Right now, I'm confused. This B-rank young miss clearly knows there's danger ahead. Why is she walking in so brazenly? Does she not care about her subordinates' lives? Or is she confident enough in her B-rank strength to guarantee everyone's safety? Just then, the ground beneath our feet suddenly cracks. The young miss and I fall straight down, and the moment we land, we find several D-rank minotaurs standing before us. The young miss beside me has a grim expression and draws her weapon. Looks like I'll get to see a B-rank advancer's power. She looks imposing, her entire body radiating a fierce aura, but her coolness lasts less than 3 seconds. The young miss retreats behind me. Miner, you go. I'll cover you. The scene leaves me at a loss. Did you misspeak? You're a B-rank boss, and I'm just the weakest E-rank miner. Being mocked so mercilessly, even the young miss blushes. The next second, she collapses on the ground in fear. I don't care, you must protect me. Seeing I'm unmoved, the young miss cries out anxiously. I'll give you 1 million. Go kill them all. This immediately catches my interest. Deal. Then I'll reluctantly help you deal with them. With that, shadow daggers materialize in both hands as I walk toward the minotaurs. 3 minotaurs immediately charge. Unexpectedly, while I block one's attack, the other 2 bypass me completely and charge toward the young miss. At this critical moment, a shield spell appears around the young miss, directly repelling the minotaurs. That scared me. I thought my 1 million was about to disappear. Just then, a minotaur raises its great axe and leaps high toward the young miss. I quickly pull out the pitch-black greatsword from shadow space, swinging heavily at the minotaur and successfully killing it. Young miss, looks like those beastmen really like you. But when I turn to look, she's already run in fear into the depths of the cave. I'm leaving first. I'll leave these beastmen to you. Helplessly, I can only quickly deal with the remaining minotaurs. The young miss, who ran deeper, thought it would be safe here. What she doesn't know is that a minotaur has quietly appeared behind her. By the time she senses movement behind her, it's too late. The minotaur raises its club high and swings down hard at the young miss. Watching from a distance, I'm confused. She clearly has the means to fight back. Why is she so afraid? At that moment, the bracelet on Chinsian's arm suddenly glows red. It instantly forms a protective barrier, safely encasing her. The Minotaur is immediately blasted dozens of meters away. After activating, the bracelet shatters, a protective charm. So that earlier attack wasn't her real power either. I suddenly understand. She's a non-combat type advancer. Chinsian immediately demands I keep this secret. Keeping secrets? That'll cost extra. But I'm confused why these minotaurs only attack her. When I activate Shadow Eye Phase 2, I'm shocked to discover a humanoid shadow behind the minotaur. No wonder these monsters are acting strange. Someone's controlling them. At this moment, Chinsian is targeted by the minotaur again. I rush forward and strike it down with one slash. But as I kill it, more and more minotaurs gather around. Damn it, we'll be worn down at this rate. Looks like I'll have to take a gamble. Shadow chains! The charging minotaurs are instantly restrained. I slowly walk toward the monster horde, distancing myself from Chinsian. Your protective charms are all used up. You better be careful from now on. Just as she's confused about what I mean, a dark figure suddenly appears behind her. A mere miner almost ruined my plan. He draws his blade. The person is none other than Luden, the bard in the team. Sorry, Chinsian. Blame your father who doesn't know what's good for him. The next second, a blade flashes, but it's his own arm that gets severed. That's right. Everything is going according to my plan. Luden can't believe what just happened. Damn it. I can't believe I fell to a miner's hands. But don't think you've won yet. The life energy of the surrounding minotaurs starts draining. All that lost energy flows into Luden's body. The next second, as he absorbs it, he gradually transforms into a massive minotaur. Let me show you the power of a control-type advancer. Damn it. His aura has reached C rank. The ground cracks open, spewing scorching lava. He's evolving into a C rank lava minotaur. This guy's practically cheating. This won't be easy. Soon he completes his transformation. The terrifying pressure assaults our minds. He raises his battle axe and swings at us. I quickly deploy Shadow Shield. A massive explosion echoes through the cave. My shield shatters under the force. Is this the destructive power of C rank? Large areas of my body sustain various injuries. The lava minotaur raises his axe again. I know I can't block this one. I immediately grab Chinsian's hand. Hold tight, we need to run. At that moment, the giant axe swings toward Chinsian. At this critical moment, I activate Shadowbind. It firmly restrains the lava minotaur's arm. Don't look back. Keep moving. This won't hold him for long. Listen, once you're in the maze, run straight ahead. As far as you can. I'll stay and stall him. Buy you more time. The truth is, I just don't want to reveal too much in front of her. Only when I'm alone can I go all out. The lava minotaur is already broken free and is searching for Chinsian. Well, who are you looking for? I suddenly appear behind him. The lava minotaur immediately attacks me. Where did you hide, Chinsian? Terrifying force crashes down on where I just stood, but I've already teleported behind him. I slash hard at his thigh, but unexpectedly, my attack does no damage at all. Ha ha ha! You think that weak attack can hurt me? He swings another heavy punch at me. I quickly put distance between us, but this place is too cramped. I need to lure him to an open area. Soon I reach an open space. I immediately activate Shadow Eye. While constantly dodging the lava minotaur's attacks, I quickly search for his weakness. Soon I find the weak point core on his back. I raise my greatsword and slash toward the weak point, but at that moment, his massive fist swings rapidly at me. You think I don't know what you're thinking? Got you now. The terrifying force sends me flying. Damn it, I fell for it. I shouldn't underestimate anyone. Meanwhile, the lava minotaur charges at me. Let's see where you run this time. I struggle to get up. Looks like I'll have to go all out. Shadow whips strike the minotaur, but they have no effect. The lava minotaur swings his axe down. I dodge to the side. I take the chance to get behind him. Perfect! I raise my shadow blade and slash at the weak point on his back. But at that moment, the core on his back suddenly reacts. I can't pull back in time. A powerful blast of scorching heat sends me flying. Damn it. Even shadow energy can't block this temperature. You're smarter than I thought. I never expected you'd have another trick. Kid, I see you keep trying to attack my back. Looks like you found my weakness. But But even if you know, so what? Can you withstand 2,000 degrees? Tell me where Chin is and I'll spare your life. That's a nice offer. Too bad I'd never trust someone who betrays their own teammates. My words enrage him. He swings his axe at me. Don't dodge if you dare. Face me head on. Only a fool would face you head on. Shadow Manifestation Scythe. The Shadow Scythe grazes past the Lava Minotaur's head. Shadow Manifestation Scythe split. Countless Shadow Scythes strike at the core on his back. But the instant they're about to hit, they melt from the intense heat. Ha ha ha. It's useless. Give up. He raises his axe and swings at me again. Damn it. I'm burning through too much shadow energy. This is getting dangerous. Do I have to ask the shadow for help? No. Even if it means fighting to the death, I won't let that guy control my body again. I leap onto the Lava Minotaur. Then I jump high and manifest a shadow spear. Aiming at the weak point core on his back, I plunge down. I don't believe this strike can't break through your defense. Enduring the searing pain, I thrust the spear down with all my strength. Break. As the core on his back cracks open, the Lava Minotaur lets out an agonized roar. HP approaching 0. Berserker Rage activated. Attack increased by 200%. Critical rate increased by 200%. Speed increased by 200%. A terrifying roar instantly blasts me away. I crash hard into the ground. Damn it! He went berserk at the last moment. I never expected an E-rank miner could push me this far. I have to admire that, but it all ends now. At that moment, I feel a new energy. It's flowing endlessly from within my body. Is the shadow trying to take over? I'm not that bored. This power was always sleeping inside you. The battle just awakened it. Congratulations on unlocking a new form of shadow. Shadow energy is rapidly healing your injuries and reconstructing your body. Shadow enhancement awakened. Basic level. The Lava Minotaur watches my wounds heal rapidly and is shocked. This guy is too strange. I can't give him any more time to recover. He raises his axe and swings down, but my body is now much more agile. I easily dodge the strike. The Lava Minotaur can't believe how fast I've become. This is strange. Is this really an E-rank advancer? Try this move. He slams the ground with massive force. Terrifying lava erupts from below. It surges toward me. Let the lava burn you to ashes. But the Lava Minotaur is shocked to discover I'm not taking any damage from the lava. So this is shadow enhancement? Even the basic level is this powerful? Hey big guy, your lava's a bit lukewarm. Got any other tricks? The Minotaur panics. How is this possible? His greatest weapon, the heat, has no effect. Now it's my turn to counterattack. With shadow enhancement activated, not only has my speed increased dramatically, but my strength has also risen significantly. With just one strike, I sever his arm. The enraged Lava Minotaur raises his other arm. He reaches rapidly toward me, but my attack is already ready. A charge slash shatters his last arm into pieces. But unexpectedly, the Minotaur's arms regenerate instantly. Ha ha ha! Your attacks are useless. As long as there's lava around, I can regenerate infinitely. Infinite regeneration. That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard. In my eyes, your energy fluctuation has already changed. This enrages the Lava Minotaur. He attacks me again. I keep severing his arms and they keep regenerating. It's useless. I'm invincible. However, when the Lava Minotaur tries to attack again, he finds his hands have become small and weak. What's happening? Looks like you've reached your energy limit. Just give up. The Lava Minotaur starts to panic and pleads with me. Wait, we have no grudge. There's no need to fight to the death. That's true. But Chin paid me 1 million. I can't take money and not deliver. Only 1 million? I'll give you 5 million. Just pretend you never saw this. Someone like you won't go back on your word, right? Then not only would you not pay me, you'd send people to kill me. No. I swear on my horns I'll keep my word. But I don't believe you. Rather than trust your lies, I'd rather hand you over to Chin father. I might get even more. Damn it, this guy won't listen to reason. Then I'll take you down with me. He pulls out a blue crystal. This immediately catches the shadow's attention. How does this guy have an interdimensional gate fragment? If the fragment is destroyed, the dungeon's only connection to the outside will be severed and the portal will disappear. Everyone will be trapped here forever. This thing is that dangerous? Just as the Lava Minotaur is about to crush the fragment, a purple flash appears and the fragment vanishes from his hand. What? Where's my fragment? That's right. I use my fastest speed to snatch it away. Then I thrust my sword into the core on his back. With the Lava Minotaur's agonized scream, the core on his back begins to crack. Finally, lifeless, he collapses to the ground. A crimson crystal flies out from within him. So this is where all the Minotaur's energy cores were. Skill upgraded, Shadow Eye upgraded to level 2, Ultimate Shadow Eye. Without the energy core to sustain it, the dungeon begins to collapse. Time to leave. The scene shifts to the dungeon entrance. The other team members have all safely arrived. To thank me, Chin invites me to join Dragon Gate 3rd Street. My father would definitely love a master like you, but I flatly refuse and ask her to keep my secret. All I want is the 1 million we agreed on. I also pull out the pitch black greatsword. By the way, does Dragon Gate 3rd Street buy equipment? Chin examines it for a while but can't tell what it is. She decides to bring it back for professional appraisal before discussing the price. After reaching an agreement, I turn and leave, looking forward to good news. The scene shifts back to my shabby house. So, what exactly is this interdimensional gate fragment? What does it do? This is a treasure. If you collect enough fragments, I can help you quickly reach S rank or even higher. At this moment, the Shadow's mind is restless. The reappearance of the interdimensional gate means those guys are still alive. I must recover my power faster. One day, beings far beyond this world's power will descend again. I wonder if this kid can grow grow strong enough to face them by then. To investigate the truth about my parents' death, I arrive at the E-rank dungeon controlled by NG Corporation. The dungeon is currently closed due to a mining disaster. 1 B-rank and 3 C-rank advancers guard the entrance. As expected, with my current strength, I still can't investigate the truth. How exactly did my parents die? When I learned this terrible news, NG Corporation offered me $200,000 in compensation money. They demanded I sign the death certificate, but more than money, I want the truth. Listen, kid, didn't I already tell you? There was a severe collapse in the mine. Your parents and the other miners all died inside. But I don't believe that nonsense. My parents were both C-rank advancers. How could they just die in an accident? I believe they're still alive. Please let me go in and search. Kid, anything can happen in a dungeon. Even C-rank advancers aren't exempt. That's nonsense. This dungeon is only E-rank. The monsters inside are E-rank at most. Even if they couldn't win, they could have escaped. The burly man is angered by my words. He raises his fist to beat me. I think you're looking for trouble, kid. But at that moment, a suited man walks in and quickly stops him. Stop. The newcomer is Ning Dong-hao, chairman of NG Corporation and an A-rank advancer. Didn't I say to properly console the victims' families? Is this how you console them? The supervisor is left speechless. Ning Dong-hao crouches down and hands me the $200,000. It's not much, but at least it can help you through this difficult time. As for the truth you're seeking, I promise I'll investigate thoroughly. Back then, I naively thought he really wanted to help me. But what I got in the end was my parents being accused of theft and a massive compensation claim against me. You humans really love scheming against each other. But regardless of race, only power controls everything. Rather than standing here helplessly, you should search for interdimensional gate fragments. Once you have enough power, who would dare stop you from finding the truth? Hearing the Shadow's words, I complain internally, blaming everything on Shadow energy. The Shadow is irritated by my thoughts. Have you said enough? If I had any other choice, I would have left you already. At that moment, a text message arrives. Finally, a mission. The scene shifts to the entrance of a D-rank dungeon. Staff members are already waiting here. I unexpectedly run into someone I know. Long time no see, Uncle Hao. Didn't expect you'd be on this mission too. We haven't seen each other for 5 years since that incident. Just as Uncle Hao and I are catching up, the 3 advancers nearby start getting impatient. Enough already. We thought we were waiting for someone important, but it's just a pathetic miner. Stop wasting time. Tell us the mission details. The mission is simple. You 3 and Hazy will be the main force, with 2 miners as support. Go to the D-rank dungeon and mine 60 kilograms of mystic ice ore. I'm confused. A D-rank dungeon, yet they hired 4 C-rank advancers. This makes no sense. At this moment, in a dark corner, a man is monitoring me. The hunting game has officially begun. The scene shifts to inside the dungeon. Since I'm an advancer, I don't need to wear a protective suit like Uncle Hao, but this draws mockery from the 3 advancers behind me. A miner became an advancer? What a rare specimen. The king of the trash heap. I choose to ignore their taunts. More than them, I'm concerned about the surrounding vegetation. There seems to be a faint killing intent in this vegetation. Hazy at the back of the team also senses it, but I don't know what he's planning. Or perhaps he wants to use us as bait. At this time, the 3 brothers behind us start complaining we're too slow. I take this chance to pull Uncle Hao and run forward quickly, using my shadow step to distance us from them. Blood Leopard, hiding in the trees, notices the group below has shrunk by half. Interesting. Looks like not everyone in this team is a fool. The 3 brothers below finally sense danger. Brother, I feel like someone's watching us. I have a bad feeling. Maybe we should go back. At that moment, a cold wind blows. A dark figure appears behind Gusan. You came all this way. How could I let you leave easily? Seeing Blood Leopard, the 3 panic. Blood Leopard, we never offended you. Let my brother go. Sure, I'll let him go. He kills their brother. Seeing his brother die before his eyes, Guer angrily charges forward with his fists, but he's restrained by numerous blood spider silks. Before he can even beg for mercy, he dissolves into a blood mist in the air. Guda sees this terrifying scene and runs in terror. At this moment, I'm resting somewhere with Uncle Hao. Uncle Hao, you need to prepare yourself mentally. This mission, someone wants to bury all of us here. At this moment, the fleeing Guda appears here, overhears everything I said. He angrily confronts me. You bastard. You knew there was a problem and didn't say anything. My 2 brothers died because of you. Looks like you're even more useless than I thought. You didn't even know you were being followed. What do you mean? I mean you're about to die. The next second, several blood spider silks wrap around his neck. Behind him is Blood Leopard. Didn't expect a miner like you to be interesting. Facing this powerful enemy, I immediately activate Ultimate Shadow Eye. Human, C-rank strength, skill, blood spider silk. Achieves cutting effect through high-frequency vibration. Effective attack range 10 meters. Uncle Hao panics when he sees Blood Leopard. Please spare us. I swear I won't tell anyone about that. Really? But I only trust dead men to keep secrets. The next second, a blood spider silk shoots out and pierces straight through Uncle Hao's shoulder. You bastard! Enraged, I switch to Shadow Dagger and charge forward. The 2 of us engage in fierce combat. Kid, didn't expect you to have some skills. Too bad you ran into me. Facing Blood Leopard's fierce attacks, I quickly activate Shadow Enhancement. I thought with Shadow Enhancement I could handle his assault, but I keep taking damage from his attacks. Under Blood Leopard's heavy strike, I'm sent flying hard into a tree. Ha ha ha, looks like you're almost done. Don't celebrate yet, the fight's not over. I throw several Shadow Daggers, but they're blocked by his Blood Spider Silk. I've already closed in on Blood Leopard. I raise my Shadow Greatsword and leap high. Is that all you've got? As he finishes speaking, he cuts my Shadow Greatsword into countless pieces. Before my Blood Spider Silk, all your tricks are useless. At this moment, the hiding Hazy emerges from underground. Blood Leopard, die! Hazy extends his neck and restrains Blood Leopard. But the trapped Blood Leopard isn't worried at all. Your skill is your greatest weakness. He controls his Blood Spider Silk to wrap around Hazy's neck. The next second, he's torn to shreds. Seeing this bloody scene, I quickly flee with Uncle Hao. This guy's too strong. We need to run. Ha ha ha. You think you can escape? Soon night falls. I quickly treat Uncle Hao's wounds. Uncle Hao, can you tell me why Blood Leopard wants to kill you? Because I think I know the truth about your parents' death. Hearing this, my expression instantly darkens. What did you just say? It turns out before the mining disaster, my father mentioned to Uncle Hao that he suspected Kui Shi Hao was secretly conducting dangerous experiments in the mining area. A few days later, the disaster happened, and my parents were accused of stealing ore. Uncle Hao chose silence out of fear of the corporation and to keep his mining job. A few days ago, after drinking too much, he accidentally mentioned this. It brought disaster upon him. Li Yi, I'm sorry to you and your parents. It's my fault for being too weak. Just as Uncle Hao begs for my forgiveness, red lines instantly slice through the tree behind him. Ha ha ha! Found you! Uncle Hao is wrapped entirely in Blood Spider Silk. The more he struggles, the tighter it gets. I'm sorry. I hope you won't hate me. With that, he breathes his last. My expression is extremely grim. I remember now. That's why you looked familiar. You're the son of those two C ranks. Let me send you to reunite with your parents. We engage in fierce battle, but my strength still can't match his. Under his Blood Spider Silk's assault, bloody wounds appear all over my body. Damn it! I'll fight you to the death. I summon a Shadow Greatsword and ignore his attacks. I slash directly at Blood Leopard, successfully forcing him back several meters. You're ruthless, kid. Trading injury for injury. I'm severely injured, only willpower keeping me standing. Seeing my condition, Blood Leopard laughs. That's the consequence of trading injuries. Now you're finished. He shoots dozens of Blood Spider Silks at me. They bind me firmly in midair. But Blood Leopard isn't in a hurry to finish me off. He continues taunting me. Before you die, let me tell you a secret. Your parents didn't actually die in the mining disaster. They died by my hand. Your parents looked at me with those same eyes. At this moment, my rage reaches its peak. The shadow energy within me erupts instantly. The terrifying power burns all the Blood Spider Silk around me. You scum! I'll kill you! Sensing the surge of shadow energy within. Level adjusting. Level adjustment complete. C rank. Shadow enhancement upgraded to level 2. New skill awakened. Shadow phase. Body can phase into shadows and emerge from any connected shadow. Blood Leopard is surprised to see my wounds instantly heal. Didn't expect you to have healing skills, but that's just your death throes. He controls his Blood Spider Silk and shoots at me again. Shadow face. The next second, I teleport behind him. Facing my strange ability, Blood Leopard panics. He quickly swings his Blood Spider Silk behind him, but I easily dodge. My power has increased comprehensively. Shadow manifestation, flying daggers. Dozens of flying daggers are all blocked by his Blood Spider Silk, but that's not my real target. Shadow phase, thunder flash. Activating Shadow phase on thrown weapons enables instant teleportation. I raise my blade and slash at Blood Leopard's head. Unexpectedly, he still manages to defend. I quickly activate Shadow phase again. I teleport to his other side. I figured out your skill's weakness. The speed you control your Blood Spider Silk can't keep up with your reaction speed. Using Shadow phase to continuously teleport, I slash Blood Leopard dozens of times. Blood Leopard can't believe he's losing to a miner. Facing my interrogation, he still dares to curse. I slash off his arm with one strike. Seeing how ruthless I am, he finally becomes cooperative. Tell me what really happened in the mining disaster. You already know. Your father witnessed Kui Shi Hao's experiments. Fearing exposure, he ordered us to kill your parents. So what? Even if you're powerful, you're still just one person. You think you can fight NG Corporation? I advise you to let me go, or else. Before he can finish, a blade flash. I sever his head. I will avenge my parents. To rapidly increase my strength, I arrive at Qin Corporation, planning to ask Qin Siyin about the whereabouts of interdimensional gate fragments. The receptionist politely refuses since I have no appointment. At that moment, my ex-girlfriend Su Ching also arrives, with her new boyfriend Qin Siyin's cousin Qin Teng. At Su Ching's instigation, Qin Teng orders his subordinates to throw me out. Didn't expect the Qin family to be so arrogant. Looks like there's no point contacting Qin Siyin. I turn to leave, but Qin Teng won't let me go. He orders his men to cripple me. You're forcing my hand. Shadow phase. I instantly knock down the charging subordinates. Then I appear before Qin Teng and grab his throat. I don't want trouble. but that doesn't mean I'm afraid of you. Go away with that woman. I throw him at Su Qing. Today I'll let you go for Qin Xian's sake. Humiliated, Qin Teng burns with rage and activates his fire ability. He leaps high toward me. I'm going to kill you today! Just as both sides are about to get serious, a masked man suddenly appears between us and blocks both attacks. At that moment, a familiar voice sounds from behind. How dare you cause trouble at Qin Corporation? Seeing Qin Xian appear, Qin Teng immediately complains. Throw him out! Cousin, that's too easy on him. We should break his limbs. But unexpectedly, it's Qin Teng who gets grabbed. Cousin, aren't you mistaken? It's not me, it's that miner causing trouble. Su Qing also steps forward to defend Qin Teng. You dare frame my friend? Throw out these arrogant guards and petty employees. After dealing with those annoying people, Qin Xian greets me with a smile. I apologize for that scene. They're just some branch family juniors. Just as I'm invited into the reception room, Qin Xian is called away by a female employee. Miss, the chairman wants to see you immediately. Helplessly, she asks me to wait for her. But unexpectedly, shortly after they leave, the reception room's windows and door are all sealed with metal. At that moment, a figure suddenly appears in the center of the room. Kid, who exactly are you? Ultimate Shadow Eye Analyzing. Human. A rank level. Skill, Eye of Intimidation. Triggers fear in opponent's heart and restricts movement. Skill, Raging Thunder. Rapidly enhances lightning attributes and strengthens all stats. Facing such a powerful opponent, I immediately back down. Sir, is there some misunderstanding? I'm just an ordinary miner. The man is shocked that his ability has no effect on me. Just an ordinary miner? Do you take me for a fool? Lightning starts crackling around his body. The next second, a bolt of lightning strikes directly at me. Fortunately, I activate Shadow Enhancement just in time and barely withstand the attack. To withstand my attack, you must be at least B rank. If you don't come clean now, don't blame me for what happens next. Just then, Qin Xian returns in time. Qin Shaoshang, did you deliberately send me away just to interrogate my friend? Get out. Stop harassing my friend. I can't believe this man is Qin Shaoshang, the master of Dragon Gate 3rd Street. Sorry. That's just how my dad is. Don't mind him. I'd rather not mind, but your dad makes it impossible not to. Qin Shaoshang is pressed against the glass door, glaring at me. If I make any suspicious move, he'll definitely burst in and tear me apart. After finally getting rid of Qin Shaoshang, Qin Xian tells me that due to the special material of the Black Greatsword, further appraisal is needed. The card contains 5 million as a deposit. Actually, I came to ask you to look at this. Isn't this a dimensional fragment? These used to be common, but someone's been buying them up in large quantities these past few years. They're rare in the market now. If you want to collect these, you should check out the auction at Dragon Gate 3rd Street. Someone is collecting fragments. Could they be connected to those people? To find fragments of the interdimensional gate, I follow Qin Xian's advice and head to the Qin Corporation auction. Who would have thought I'd run into my ex-girlfriend here again? And this time, she's back with her boyfriend Zhou Ting. How did I ever fall for Su Qing? She makes me sick. Hey miner, what's a broke guy like you doing in a place like this? Seems like some people have short memories. Forget so quickly how I humiliated you the other day. As Zhou Ting grits his teeth in anger, a burly man approaches from behind. Zhao Ting, you're such a disgrace to the Black Panther Guild, getting bullied everywhere you go. He walks up beside me. Kid, you dare bully my Black Panther Guild member? Are you disrespecting me? He places his hand on my shoulder. Immediately, an oppressive force travels through his arm into my entire body. The terrifying pressure cracks the ground beneath my feet. I barely manage to stay standing. Not bad. You've got some skill. How about trying this move? Just then, a voice rings out. Stop it, Black Leopard. This is Dragon Gate 3rd Street. You're welcome here as a customer, but if you're here to cause trouble, don't blame us for being rude. Seeing who it is, Black Leopard immediately backs down. He mumbles a few pleasantries and leaves with Zhou Ting. Zhou Ting, who is this guy? How does he know the Qin family's young lady? He's the miner who stole my sword. He even threatened to destroy the Black Panther Guild. Hearing this, Black Leopard's fury ignites. You're sure that's what he said? At this moment, Kui Shi Hao from NG Corporation walks over. Blood Leopard's last hunting list included him. I can't believe this kid is still alive. I notice Kui Shi Hao in the distance. Killing intent flashes in my eyes. This guy is one of the murderers who killed my parents. Kui Shi Hao is shocked by my expression. The once timid waste now has such sharp eyes. Perhaps he already knows the truth about his parents' deaths. Looks like I need to send someone capable to eliminate him. Understood. I'll arrange it right away. The scene shifts. Qin Xian brings me to a private room at the auction. The doting father Qin Shaoshang is here too. He's looking for me because of the weapons. He wants to ask if I have more weapons like those Black Greatswords. I acquired these weapons by chance. I still have 2 more. After some negotiation between both sides, and with Qin Xian's help, including the previous one, all 3 swords are sold for 75 million. After the deal is made, Qin Xian takes me to attend the auction. It's just in time for the interdimensional gate fragment to be auctioned. I didn't expect so many people to compete for this fragment. The price rises all the way to 15 million. To ensure success, I raise paddle number 9 and call out 30 million. Just when I think the treasure is mine, Kui Shi Hao in the next room calls out 50 million. Let's see how much money this kid has to compete with me. Without hesitation, I call out 60 million. Behind me, Qin Shaoshang worries I'm being impulsive and kindly reminds me, Kid, I advise you to stop bidding. This thing isn't worth that much. The highest it's ever sold for was 10 million. However, no one knows how important these dimensional fragments are to me, but in terms of financial resources, I'm certainly no match for NG Corporation. To successfully win this treasure, I turn to Qin Shaoshang and ask, between Qin Corporation and NG Corporation, which has stronger financial resources, no matter how high I bid, Qin Corporation will pay for it. I just need to provide black greatswords of equivalent value. After the deal is made, I immediately call out 100 million. Unexpectedly, Kui Shihao doesn't back down and raises it directly to 200 million. Neither of us is willing to give up. The price of the interdimensional gate fragment keeps climbing higher. Damn bastard, I bid 1 billion. Let's see what you can compete with. The people below are stunned by the price. Have these two big shots gone crazy? Given Kui Shihao's personality, he would never be this impulsive, unless he knows the true purpose of the interdimensional gate fragment. In that case, I bid 2 billion. Let's see what you can compete with now. 2 billion. This exceeds Kui Shihao's limit. Helplessly, he leaves with a dark expression. Damn Qin Shaoshang, he's actually teaming up with that kid against me. Without Kui Shihao as competition, I successfully win the interdimensional gate fragment. However, Qin Shaoshang is still unhappy about my 2 billion bid. You had fun bidding, but do you really know what 2 billion means? You need to produce at least 70 more greatswords. I know rare things are valuable. I definitely won't let you lose out. The next second, I pull over 100 greatswords from my shadow space. These should be enough, right? Seeing this, Qin Shaoshang is thrilled. This kid, I like him. Just go pick up what you won. Let me remind you, you've completely offended NG Corporation this time. Be careful. If you need help, feel free to contact me anytime. Meanwhile, on the other side, through Black Leopard's inquiries, he learns that the fragment was taken by me. Move when he leaves Dragon Gate 3rd Street's territory. Don't mess up again, don't worry. This time I'll have Zhou Ting bring 3 C-rank advancers. It's foolproof. The scene shifts. I walk home, considering whether to ally with Qin Shaoshang. He's just an A-rank advancer. Once you have enough fragments, I guarantee you'll easily become S-rank. I give the shadow a disdainful look and reply dismissively, yeah, I'm counting on you for S-rank. But inside, I'm cursing up a storm. I don't buy that for a second. You think S-rank is common as dirt? There are only 9 S-ranks in the entire world. Easily become S-rank? Why don't you try it yourself? Whatever. Better not say it and upset him. Just then, I'm shocked to discover my apartment building is on fire. Residents of the entire building are fleeing in panic. What's going on? As I stand there confused, my phone rings. Qin Xian's urgent voice comes through. Li, I just received intel. Black Leopard is making a move on you. Hide quickly. I'm bringing people right away. I'm afraid it's too late. I can already see them. Li Yi, I've been waiting for you for quite a while. If you don't want to die, kneel and beg me. Watching my apartment burn, I'm filled with rage. Shadow energy erupts around my body. Zhao Ting waves his hand, ordering 3 C-rank advancers to approach me. You think you can take me down? Do you think you're stronger than Blood Leopard? Don't let this guy fool you. He's just an E-rank minor. Attack! One of them charges at me with a blade. Just as he swings his blade down, I use Shadow Phase and vanish from the spot. The next second, I appear behind him and finish him with one strike. Seeing their companion defeated in one move, the other 2 advancers immediately lose their nerve. But under Zhou Ting's orders, they reluctantly charge forward. Zhou Ting, seeing things going wrong, turns to flee. Where do you think you're going? Where's all that arrogance now? Since you love playing with fire so much, I'll grant your wish. I hurl Zhou Ting into the air. He falls directly into my burning apartment. He's consumed by the flames. Just then, Qin Xian arrives with her bodyguard. Looks like we're a step too late. I didn't expect you to be this capable. You handled them all by yourself. What's your plan now? Retaliation, of course. Then let me help you. I've been fed up with the Black Panther Guild for a long time. I can't believe they dared to attack my friend. This time, I must destroy them. Then let's go together. We'll start with the Black Panther Guild. Since my house was burned down by the Black Panther Guild, I have no choice but to stay in one of Qin Xian's private villas. However, when I open one of the rooms, I'm surprised to find it very girlish. This suits you quite well. Much cuter than your cold act. Just then, I sense something unusual outside. Qin Xian, maybe you should go home. If you stay any longer, I'm afraid your dad will chop me up and feed me to the dogs. And so, I temporarily stay in Dragon Gate 3rd Street's territory. This isn't bad. At least no one will disturb me. Let's begin. The shadow takes out 3 interdimensional gate fragments, one from the Lava Minotaur, one from Blood Leopard, and one from the auction. As the energy in the 3 fragments activates, an alternate dimension portal slowly opens in the center. You should know, these 3 fragments are only a small part of the interdimensional gate. All alternate dimension portals in this world are connected to interdimensional gate fragments. We walk inside. The scene shifts. We arrive in a desert region. The reason there are so many insectoids and beasts in alternate dimensions is because they are prisoners inside. The so-called alternate dimensions are actually a massive prison. This is all you need to know, for now. If you want to know more, complete all the trials here. Then you'll naturally know the answers. A massive tower appears before us. Shadow Heaven Tower. This is my most satisfying masterpiece. It's now your trial ground. However, I can't agree with this aesthetic. I'm internally disgusted. The shadow's veins bulge with anger. The scene shifts. We enter the trial tower. Shadow Heaven Tower has 6 floors. With your current strength, defeating the Shadow Dragon on the first floor would be impressive. Shadow Dragon? You don't mean that, do you? In the corner ahead sits a cute little dragon. Are you sure you're not joking? This cute little thing is more suited to be a pet. I reach out to pet its head. The next second, terrifying shadow energy erupts from its body. A massive figure appears before us. Shadow Dragon, C rank. Shadow Enhancement, Enhanced size, speed, and strength increased by 600%. Weakness marked. The Shadow Dragon's sudden transformation shocks me. This must be wrong. Why is its shadow enhancement effect 3 times mine? Am I using a knockoff version? Don't overthink it. It's because your physique isn't even as good as my pet's. Just then, the massive Shadow Dragon charges toward me. I flash to above it, then I switch to several shadow flying daggers. I launch them at its back. Unexpectedly, the flying daggers have no effect on it at all. What the hell? This thing's hide is way too thick. If you can't tame it, this trial ends here. Looks like I can't hold back. Shadow enhancement. Using Shadow Phase, I keep teleporting around the Shadow Dragon. My Shadow Dagger has already slashed hundreds of times across its body, yet the Shadow Dragon remains unharmed. These attacks are like tickling to it. Damn it, this thing's defense is insane. The Shadow moves behind the Shadow Dragon and says, "You must have been hungry for a long time. That guy is your food now." Hearing the Shadow's words, the Shadow Dragon immediately stares at me with glowing eyes. It opens its massive jaws and lunges at me. Fortunately, I react quickly and dodge in time. Damn bastard! I don't want to be your food. Speaking of food, I have plenty of delicious things. Try these. I toss over a dozen chicken legs. The Shadow Dragon smells the aroma of the chicken legs. It immediately bites at them. Seizing this opportunity, I use the chicken legs as bait and control shadow chains to surround it. Good food comes with a price. Bind. The next second, I control the shadow chains and bind it tightly. Chicken leg battle plan success. Shadow Dragon tamed detected. First floor access unlocked. Interdimensional gate binding and activation authority obtained. The Shadow is speechless at this result. You glutton. You're an embarrassment to me. The Shadow Dragon has returned to its original form, happily munching on the chicken legs. I ask in confusion, what's the use of binding and activation authority? Once you bind dimensional fragments, you can open alternate dimension portals at will. Hearing this, I'm delighted. I didn't expect such a good reward on the first floor. I can't wait to go to the next floor. By the way, what kind of test is on the second floor? You're not suddenly going to throw an A-rank monster at me, are you? Of course not. They're just weak servants in the trial tower. Why do I find that so hard to believe? Whatever. Let me go to the second floor and see for myself. Soon we arrive at the second floor of Shadow Heaven Tower. The moment I open the door, I'm shocked to discover several terrifying monsters waiting for me: C-rank lava minotaurs, C-rank water arrow turtles, and even a C-rank Thunder King serpent. You call these weak servants? Are you sure you're not messing with me? The Thunder King serpent leads its minions charging toward me. I quickly use Shadow Phase to dodge the attack. Then I discover with alarm that the Thunder King serpent has sealed the entrance. There's no going back now. The Thunder King serpent opens its massive jaws and lunges at me. Shadow Phase. Shadow enhancement. I instantly burst into incredible speed and run toward the exit on the other side. The moment I pass through the door, I quickly slam the exit door shut. You bastard. I'll never believe your lies again. I didn't lie to you. They really are just my servants. They have no combat ability. It's just that your skills are too poor. Then what do the lava minotaurs do? Heating, the Thunder King serpent, electricity, the water arrow turtles, mopping floors, the xenomorphs, odd jobs, moving stuff. I'm left speechless by the Shadow. Fine. I admit defeat today. A-rank creature approaching. Detected. In the outside world, Qin Shaosheng and Qin Xian have come to visit. I heard you want to take on the Black Panther Guild. Yes, they've already made their move. If I don't fight back, death is all that awaits me. The Black Panther Guild has provoked Dragon Gate 3rd Street multiple times, and I've chosen to endure it. Do you know why? You see, Haiqing City has 3 major powers. Wu Tianshu, as the city lord, controls the politics. Ning Donghao's NG Corporation controls the economy, and I possess strength second only to them in both politics and economics. The 3 sides balance each other, so as long as they don't go too far, I can't make a move. If I move against the Black Panther Guild, only 2 things can happen. Either the other 2 forces form an alliance, or Ning Donghao and I both suffer, and Wu Tiancho takes over all of Haiqing City. So I hope you and Xian will establish a new force, while I provide money and manpower behind the scenes. You and Xian handle the front line. Even if you fail, I can protect you. If my daughter didn't insist on dealing with the Black Panther Guild with you, I wouldn't bother. I don't know what spell you cast on her. I'm providing money and manpower, and in the end, my daughter might even run off with you. Seeing her father rambling, Qin Xian kicks him out. In that case, our next task is to visit all the publicly accessible dungeon entrances. Once I bind these dimensional fragments, it will be the end of the Black Panther Guild. The scene shifts. That old guy Qin Shaoshang has already prepared the manpower and territory. We call this newly established organization the Shadow Guild. When I activate Shadow Eye to check these subordinates' attributes, I'm shocked to discover they're all C-rank advancers. They would be a significant force anywhere. I then lay out the plan. We'll take all the commission jobs from the Black Panther Guild. On the other side, the Black Panther Guild is in chaos. You useless bunch! A newly formed guild took all our jobs because they lack C-rank members, while the other side deploys 5 or 6 C-rank advancers every time. We can't even send people to cause them trouble. Damn it, where did the Shadow Guild come from? The scene returns to me. Qin Xian learns from a phone call that the Black Panther Guild paid high prices for many of our exploration slots. Just as I suspected, they definitely won't give up. It's normal you don't understand. This involves some unspoken rules of the mines. Mine supervisors to get rich, hide high-quality ores and other treasures, then secretly transport them out during equipment maintenance to sell for money. The Black Panther Guild used to plant spies through guild missions to identify targets. Since these are illicit goods, even if stolen, no one will report it. Now that we've cut off this path, they have to buy exploration slots at high prices. What we need to do now is double-cross them. I then open an alternate dimension portal in the room. These past few days, I've marked most of Haicheng City's alternate dimension entrances. Now I can open a small portal at any time. Everything's ready. Let's take them down together. At this moment, in a certain dungeon, several miners are secretly transporting valuable ore. Just then, a massive boulder falls and blocks their path. They panic and dodge. However, more boulders rain down toward the vehicle. In their frantic evasion, the truck crashes into the mountainside. As the miners in the truck hurriedly exit, a Black Panther Guild advancer emerges. "We're taking this cargo. As for you lot, go to hell." He controls countless rocks and launches them at the miners. Just then, shadow phase. Using my teleportation skill, I suddenly appear behind him. Stealing from others isn't nice. Let me teach you a lesson. On your boss's behalf. I reach out swiftly. He doesn't even have time to react before I grab his head. "Who the hell are you? I advise you to stop now, or my brothers won't let you off. You don't mean those D-rank weaklings, do you? Qin Xian has already brought people to subdue everyone around. What do you plan to do with these people? Kill them all?" "No, I have a better way to handle them." I inject shadow energy into the Black Panther Guild member's body. "Go back and tell Black Leopard that all of this was done by Li Yi of the Shadow Guild." The scene shifts. In the hospital, the Black Panther Guild members barely survive after emergency treatment. However, they all have shattered bones throughout their bodies. Complete recovery requires expensive treatment. That damn miner has become so powerful. I'll make you regret this for the rest of your life. However, Black Leopard doesn't know that I've already found and arrived at his secret warehouse. Perfect timing to loot this place while Black Leopard's away. According to intelligence reports, Black Leopard is currently in alternate dimension number 2. To be safe, I'll personally go harass them to buy time to clear out this place. Black Leopard is a B-rank advancer. Are you sure you'll be okay alone? How about having Duaneo go with you? No need. I'm not going to fight him head-on. Going alone is more convenient. Besides, even if there's danger, I can return through a portal. At this moment in alternate dimension number 2, Black Leopard personally leads his subordinates to raid a miner convoy. Once the boss makes his move, those Shadow Guild people won't dare show their faces. They're just a bunch of C-rank nobodies. They can't cause any trouble in front of me. Just then, Black Leopard suddenly senses danger, worthy of a B-rank advancer. Such sharp perception. Black Leopard raises his hand and fires a fireball at me. However, his own subordinate takes the hit. I use shadow phase to appear behind another subordinate. Worthy of Black Leopard indeed. Doesn't even spare his own people. Black Leopard's fireball comes again. As expected, another subordinate gets hit. His attacks keep missing me. Black Leopard is furious. "Try this move. Let's see where you hide. Fire tornado." This wide-range attack affects everyone around. One by one, they become human torches and flee. I don't dare take this attack head-on. I quickly use shadow phase to hide behind a boulder. "Li Yi, you pest. Hiding like a coward. Come out. I'm not that stupid. My current strength isn't enough to fight a B rank. Time's about up. I wonder what expression he'll have when he gets back." The scene shifts. Black Leopard has returned to the warehouse, only to learn his cargo was completely looted by Qin Xian and her people. No wonder that Li Yi kid has so many helpers. It's Qin Xian helping him behind the scenes. In that case, don't blame me for being rude. Seeing the empty warehouse, Black Leopard is enraged. He wants to make a move on Qin Xian while Qin Shaoshang isn't around. However, Kui Shihao strongly opposes this foolish action. This is a critical period for our experiment. No matter how wronged you feel, you must endure it. I can't endure it for another second. Worst case, I'll flee Haicheng City after it's done. Just then, dozens of terrifying beasts appear behind Kui Shihao. If you dare ruin my plans, I don't mind shutting you up right now. The terrifying pressure instantly makes Black Leopard submit. Once the experiment succeeds, I'll help you destroy the Qin family first. He leaves. Although Black Leopard agrees on the surface, he thinks to himself, "You think I'm easily scared? Without your help, I still have ways to deal with Qin Xian." The scene shifts. In the bustling city center, Qin Xian and her bodyguard Duan Ao are chatting in the car. However, they don't notice a red cargo truck speeding toward them. It crashes directly into their car. Duan Ao quickly shields Qin Xian with his body, then swiftly carries her and jumps out. As the truck collides, a large amount of liquid sprays from the tanks. Just as everyone is relieved, there are no casualties. A familiar figure approaches from behind. "Miss Qin, we meet again. Who else could it be?" "Black Leopard, you think you can make a move on me with just these few people?" Just then, Qin Xian suddenly feels dizzy. Not just her, but everyone else too. There's something wrong with this liquid. Ha ha ha. It's too late now. This isn't ordinary liquid. It's phantom spider venom. Even an A-rank advancer would be unconscious for hours from this. "Miss, run. I'll hold him off." But the next second, Black Leopard charges forward. He grabs Duaneo by the throat and lifts him. "You think you can hold me off in your current state? Go to hell." He burns Duaneo to a crisp. On the other side, I'm at the training grounds honing my abilities. Shadow phase. A dark shadow flashes through the wooden stakes, along with several blade flashes. All the stakes are sliced into pieces. "Not bad, kid. You're getting more and more proficient with shadow skills." Just then, a video call rings. The moment I answer, I'm shocked to discover discover Chin Seen has been captured by Black Leopard. Black Leopard, what do you want? Cut the crap. Prepare 1 billion in ransom and come to my warehouse within the hour. Money for the hostage. You come alone. If you notify anyone else, I can't guarantee Chin Seen's safety. He hangs up. The shadow behind me says, I advise you not to go. With your current strength, you can't beat that guy. I'd rather die than abandon my companion. The scene shifts. I arrive alone at their territory. Where's Chin Seen? At Black Leopard's signal, his subordinate presses a switch. Chin Seen is hoisted high into the air. Her mouth is gagged, unable to speak. Seeing Chin Seen is unharmed, I take out 1 billion from my storage space. Can you release her now? Of course. But first I need to take you out. You didn't naively think we were really just after money, did you? Good thing I came prepared. I take out a grenade and press the switch. I throw it into the pile of money and escape using shadow phase. With a massive explosion, the 1 billion turns to ash. I take the opportunity to reach the air. I cut the rope binding Chin Seen with 1 strike. I summon the shadow dragon and successfully catch her. Then, I open an alternate dimension portal and quickly fly inside. Black Leopard below finally reacts. This kid has quite a few tricks. Not only does he have a dragon mount, but he can also open alternate dimension portals at will. Brothers, chase him. Don't let him escape. These fools follow me right into the trial tower. To better deal with them, I entrust Chin Seen to the shadow dragon for protection. I head to the entrance of the 2nd floor. Soon, Black Leopard and his subordinates catch up. Li Yi, you have nowhere to run. Is that what you think? I've already rescued Chin Seen, so I don't need to run anymore. This will be your burial ground. Hearing this laughable statement, Black Leopard bursts out laughing. A C-rank miner dares to be arrogant in front of me? Everyone attack. Show him the might of the Black Panther Guild. The Black Panther Guild members surround me. Want to outnumber me? Then let me show you what true despair is. Come out and greet our guests. I pull the shadow behind me. The door to the 2nd floor slowly opens. Immediately, the monsters inside rush out. The Black Panther Guild members are terrified by this sight. I quickly use agile movements to jump behind the monsters. Seeing me trying to escape, Black Leopard immediately conjures a fireball. He fires it in my direction. The massive fireball incinerates a xenomorph in front of me. Just as the fireball is about to hit, I immediately use shadow manifestation, giant hammer form. I strike the fireball with 1 hammer blow. The next second, a massive explosion occurs. The fireball splits into small flames scattering everywhere. As expected, a B-rank attack isn't easy to block. Seeing my disheveled state, Black Leopard smiles. You do have some skill to block my attack, but in your current state, can you block the next one? You're wrong. Once is enough. If you don't believe me, look around. The monsters, due to the explosion, have all focused their aggro on Black Leopard. I seize this opportunity and run, leaving Black Leopard alone to face the monster's fury. Li Yi, you bastard! I'll tear you to pieces! On the other side, following the shadow's guidance, I reach the core area of the 2nd floor. Is there really armor here that can resist a rank attacks? Of course. Consider it the reward for the 2nd floor. Just then, a strange humanoid creature suddenly appears ahead, kneeling motionless with no sign of life. This is Jiming, the manager of the 2nd floor. He must have died of natural causes. After this is over, I hope you can help me give him a proper burial. Bypassing him, we quickly reach our destination. A black suit of armor floats in the air. As we approach, it slowly descends on its own. Seeing such cool-looking armor, I'm very satisfied. However, just as I'm about to claim this equipment, the armor moves on its own and grabs my throat. How many years has it been? I thought you'd never return, my lord. Xenomorph, soul entity, rank B, skill, shadow enhancement phase 2. Hearing the voice, the shadow is shocked. This voice belongs to Ji Ming, the manager of the 2nd floor. He quickly orders Ji Ming to stop. However, the other party has no intention of stopping. I never imagined my once mighty lord would now be reduced to parasitizing a C-rank creature. You know, to survive, I put my soul to sleep in this armor, waiting for you to return and help extend my life. Who would have thought only your remnant soul would return? Then don't blame me for choosing to refine you. Only this way can I turn this armor into a vessel for my soul. The next second, the shadow's remnant uncontrollably drifts toward him.